Hello, everybody. It's JJ. It's December 1st, 2020. Welcome to the final month of 2020. I have a lot of friends that are saying, let's get this year over with, bring on 2021 because 2020 has been a bad, crazy, insane, frustrating year. I'm with you, but do you really think that changing the calendar over to 2021 is going to really change the events and our daily lives that much? Or are things going to play out the way they're going to play out no matter what the day on the calendar says? I have a lot of even family and friends also that are kind of superstitious in that way. But here's what I think is ahead of us, and actually I think December is going to be a crazy month, crazy month. And what was one of the only channels that told you, even as the stock market collapsed by about 35% back at the beginning of March, or mid-March rather, um, I told you that the Dow Jones was going to be back to 30,000, that we're going to see new all-time highs. And here we are. We just dropped under 30, but we've been above 30 on and off today. The market's been up and down. We've got all major indexes, many of them making new all-time highs. We've got gold and silver. One of the best years 2020 has been for both gold and silver. One of the best years for minor stocks. We told you to get back into minor stocks 3 years ago. Some of them have tripled, quadrupled. We told you to get into digital assets. Some of them are up 500% since we told you. So take what we've said and look at the accuracy and be very careful this month in December. You're about ready to see realness reveal itself. And I'm talking about the markets, and I'm talking about the broader picture in our society. Right? December is going to be a huge, huge month. Mark my words. Mark my words. Look at all of these other things we've been correct about and talk to me at the end of December. We'll do a December 31st broadcast and you're going to say, wow, look at everything that happened in December. Now, there's certain elements that we have to be aware of as far as exactly what we can say here. But I would be very, very careful this month if you're in these markets. All right, now I do think 2021 is going to be much, much brighter and sunnier than 2020 was, not just because of the turn of the calendar, but because of the events that we're going to see this month. But let's take a look at some mainstream news here first. This is out of CNBC. Los Angeles issues a stay-at-home order as cases surge out of control. This order advises residents to stay home as much as possible and wear coverings while they go out. It bans people from gathering with people who aren't in their households, even in private, so both private and public. Crazy, right? So we have these restrictions now invading our homes. And businesses are getting absolutely devastated. I've read stories of businesses that went against the lockdown orders and the shutdown orders that have been visited by the police and raided. I mean, we are seeing some very, very dark times here, ladies and gentlemen. Watch what happens when the small shop owner gets visited by the police. He said that he rebranded his business to be defined as a department store. Take a listen to what was said here.
Hi, man. How are you?
How are you doing?
Good.
We open today.
Absolutely.
Okay. I believe you have already been given a warning about being open, not being open.
I'm in compliance, sir.
How are you in compliance?
I went and I changed my license. I'm not just a souvenir store now.
Okay.
I am a department store. Indian department store. I am
So you
handling
changed your
hay.
name.
I am handling hay. I am handling paper towels, food, dog food. I'm starting. I'm getting a bunch of new stuff.
What kind of food are you handling?
What kind?
Snickers, Twix, Musketeers?
Yeah, anything. And so I'm in compliance. I'm legal, and I have a right to be in business handling these other products. I'm just getting prepared to get a big load of hay. I got hay over here. I got people coming in to buy it. I'm in compliance. Thank you.
Okay. Can I see your license real quick?
Huh?
Can I see your license?
Sure.
I don't want you to feel like we're harassing you or anything.
No.
Okay, so it's a long video, but you can see what some business owners are having to go through when you see the huge mega corporations able to stay open, the Home Depots, the Walmarts, the Targets, because they're considered essential. So these small businesses are trying to just carry things that are going to let them fit into the definition of a department store. So it could be a small shop, but they're going to say, hey, we sell some food now. We have candy bars over here. We have paper towels now. So now we fit the definition of an essential business, which is completely ridiculous, right? So because a shop carries candy bars, is that going to make things safer if you're really worried about the infection? Because there's candy bars in a store, is that going to keep you safe? You see what I mean? So this is completely an insane time to be alive right now. It's also a scary time, especially if you're a business owner or anyone just trying to navigate these rough waters. And I think that we are going to go through a very, very rough patch this month in December. I think there's going to be eventually a silver lining. All right, we've got this infection, what a lot of people are calling the invisible enemy, and we need to get it under control before things get better. And I think things are going to get under control this month, but we're going to see a lot of uncertainty, or a lot of uncertainty is going to play out rather, and I think we're going to see a lot of chaos, a lot of confusion, and this month, December 2020, could get very dangerous. So be very careful out there, both in the markets and in the real world on the streets, and be very aware of your surroundings because of what's going to be happening this month, December. I'm not predicting a market crash, but I do think that a lot of people will get very fearful of what's going to happen this month. We have yield curve pioneer Campbell Harvey fears a tech bubble crash. And a quick excerpt out of this article, it says, stock prices are in territory that is seemingly priced for perfection. Valuations that assume a smooth rollout of effective vaccines to contain the spread of the infection, and the officials in Washington will agree on spending to support the economy until those vaccines are deployed, but a lot has to go right for that to happen. All right, so what I think we should do is ask ourselves, are the incentives for propping up this market, are they still in play? Are they still there? With all of the uncertainty and things that are going to unfold this month in December, are the incentives still there? Ask yourself that. Right? My opinion, I would say that a lot of the incentives are past us. They're past us. So I would be very, very careful. For me, the place to be, and I bought more on this dip. I went out and bought precious metals, more silver. Silver is going to be, in my opinion, used in the very near future as currency once the truth is revealed about these markets, about this entire system, and I think a lot's going to be revealed this month. All right, mark my words, and I'll see you back here on December 31st. Of course, we'll be doing updates from now until then, but I wanted to start off this month with this prediction. Fed chair calls the economic recovery extraordinarily uncertain. Well, we didn't need this man here, Powell, to tell us that. But it is interesting that they get paid millions of dollars to go out there and tell us what we already know. All right, but here's the truth. These bozos have nothing new to offer. It's going to be the same of what got us into this huge mess. It's going to be more debt, more spending, and for the time being, more lip service to try to keep these markets propped up. But listen to this. Powell reiterated the Fed's stance on using its policies to help lift the economic burdens onset by the infection, which have included, ready for this one, keeping interest rates at zero. Wow, there's a shocker there. 2, buying asset purchases, buying stocks, buying bonds, buying ETFs, right? It's more of the same. What's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results, something like that. This is insane. The Fed is insane. These markets are insane. This entire system is insane, right? Doing the same thing, nothing new, lower rates, more asset purchases. Continues here, at the current pace of $80 billion in Treasury securities and $40 billion in agency mortgage-backed securities per month. All right, so that's what the Fed plans on doing. But what if there's disruptions that are so big that even the Fed is going to have trouble with what's ahead of us? All right, everybody, that's it for today's report. Stay tuned this month, December. It's going to be frightening to some. It's going to be amazing to some. For those of us that are prepared, I think it's going to be more amazing than frightening, because we knew, we expected this, and we're going to see amazing things happen. Frightening to some, but amazing to many of us. Thanks for watching this report. Bye for now.